Greetings. Welcome back to the Horror Metal channel. A while back, me and my buddy Dr. Guts counted down our top 10 favorite metal albums on an episode of Into the Pit. I figured a lot's changed since we did that video. My top 10 albums have actually changed somewhat. Some of the albums are different now. So, figured I'd give an updated list for my channel. So, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and name a bunch of obscure bands that nobody's never ever heard of, because I hate when people do that just to do it, just to try to be like a hipster or whatever. A lot of people seem to want to do that, but I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, that's fine, each their own, but I'm not going to do that. So let's go and begin. Number 10, Covenant by Morbid Angel, one of the all-time death metal classics. I think this was the last time that David Vincent was truly had an awesome voice. He had that raspy, evil, demonic hiss on the first album, Altars of Madness, and he had like a different voice in each album. I think this is the last time he sounded really, really good, for sure. But Trey those solos and riffs are nothing short of amazing. They're just immaculate. Pete Sandoval's drumming is on point, as usual. It's just top-notch, so the best drumming I've ever heard. All those factors make this an incredible album. My favorite songs are Rapture, Vengeance is Mine, Lion's Den, Blood on My Hands, Angel Disease, Sworn to the Black, and God of Emptiness. Great album. If you don't have it, go check it out. Next up, we have Leprosy by Death. Another death metal classic. Chuck Schuldiner is a genius, or was a genius, I should say. And this album is a testament to that, for sure. His band Death is my favorite death metal band for good reason. And this is my favorite album by them. Some of my favorite songs are the title track, of course, Born Dead, Forgotten Past. It's a really rockin' tune. Left to Die, Pull the Plug, Open Casket. Just so many greats. This album's got it all. It's their best work. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'm going to try to get through these kind of quickly. I'm going to try to make this video short and sweet, if you don't mind. So let's go ahead and move on to the next album. Abigail by King Diamond. I already mentioned this in my top 10 King Diamond albums. It was my number one. It's my favorite album they've ever done for good reason. I just love it. King's ghostly vocals are an all-time high here. I get it. Andy the Rogue's amazing guitar work. Michael Denner from Merciful Fate on guitar. His amazing work. Mickey D from Motorhead on drums, and Timmy Hansen, rest in peace, on bass. This is a great concept. It needs to be made into a movie because the eerie storyline will make for a wickedly awesome horror film, I would say. Check it out. It's just great. Abigail, a King Diamond. Next we have Rust in Peace by Motorhead. A really obvious choice, I know, but it's always been my... Did I say Motorhead? I meant Megadeth. Rust in Peace by Megadeth. Getting tongue-tied. Really obvious choice, but I think it's obvious for a reason. Dave Mustaine and company really outdid themselves. This is the first album to feature Marty Friedman, one of my favorite guitarists ever, on guitar, and of course Nick Menza on drums. And returning are, of course, Dave Mustaine and David Ellefson. Marty Friedman's amazing riffs and solos are just breathtaking, to say the least. We got Holy Wars of Punishment Due, Hangar 18, Take Your Prisoners, Five Magics, Tornado of Souls, Dawn Patrol. Great album. It's just immaculate. It's great front to back. It's perfect in every way. Flawless. I love it. I just love it. Next we have another really obvious choice. Rain and Blood by Slayer. Now, I've said for years that Show No Mercy was my favorite Slayer album. I've always loved their early stuff, the Show No Mercy, the Haunting the Chapel EP, and the live album Live Undead. But recently, this one's really grown on me. And I know this is probably considered their best album already. So for me to say it's grown on me, it may be a little strange, but it's amazing. Front to back, we got Angel of Death, Piece by Piece, Necrophobic, Altar of Sacrifice, Criminally Insane, and of course, Raining Blood, which is one of the heaviest things I've ever heard, still to this day. So those solos, Yeah, Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman were at their best here on guitar. Tom Araya still was the voice of hell at this point. Of course, Dave Lombardo is my favorite drummer ever. His skills behind the drum kit are just immaculate. Yeah, Rain and Blood, gotta love it. And here we have another obvious choice, Ride the Lightning by Metallica. Yeah, what can I say? I really love this album. And in the past, I've said that Kill 'Em All was my favorite. It's really hard to pick between the two. It's almost a tie between this and Kill 'Em All. They're both so good. I don't know which one's heavier. I don't know which one's better. It's really hard to say. I'm going to go with Ride the Lightning, just to get things moving. We got Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, with the title track, is my favorite song on the album. Of course, For Whom the Bell Tolls, everybody likes that. Fade to Black, one of the better slower, more melodic songs I've ever heard. Trapped Under Ice, and of course, Creeping Death, and Call of Cthulhu, really long, really awesome instrumental track where Cliff Burton really shows off his bass skills. Yeah, I really like that drum fill, and For Whom the Bell Tolls. Lars Ulrich actually was pretty decent, did a decent job on this album, as did James Hetfield. His vocals, I think, were my favorite on Ride the Lightning, and Kirk Hammett's solos are just memorable as hell. So yeah, Ride the Lightning by Metallica. It's my number 5. Alright, down at the top 4. Next we got Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate. I love this album. I think it's amazing. It's perfect in every way. It's a really hard choice between this and Melissa. I've said in the past that Melissa was my favorite. I really love them both equally, but I might prefer this one these days by a hair. Very, very, very close between them. King Diamond's vocals, ghostly vocals, are at an all-time great here. Michael Denner and Hank Sherman's twin guitar axe attack is just phenomenal. Of course, Timmy Hansen's bass playing's immaculate. Kim Russ's drumming is top-notch. Everybody did a great job. Anyway, we've got A Dangerous Meeting, Nightmare, Desecration of Souls, Night of the Unborn, The Oath, Gypsy, probably my favorite song on the album, Welcome Princess of Hell, To One Far Away, Come to the Sabbath. Oh yeah, it's killer. It's a killer album in every way. I think it's the best thing they've ever done. I think it's the best thing King Diamond and Company have ever done. For sure. Go out and buy it. Alright, down to the top 3. Now next, my number 3 is actually Power Slave by Iron Maiden. I know in my top 10 Iron Maiden video I said Peace of Mind was my favorite album, but I changed my mind since then. Power Slave is my favorite. And it's only because of the title track. The title track makes this album a masterpiece. It makes it my favorite. But it's not just the title track. We also got Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Flash of the Blade, The Duelists, and Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Oh, so great. So great. Love me some Power Slave. This is an original pressing, too, for what it's worth. Oh, yeah. Bruce Dickinson's operatic vocals are stellar here, as are the twin guitar attack from Dave Murray and Adrian Smith. Of course, Steve Harris, my favorite bassist of all time. His bass lines are nothing short of breathtaking. And Nick McBrain's drums, of course. His drumming is incredible as well. So yeah, Power Slave by Iron Maiden. Number 2, Sad Wings of Destiny by Judas Priest. Love, love, love this album. It is perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it. It doesn't have a weak song. There's no filler. It's all good front to back. It's all amazing. We got Tyrant, Genocide, Island Domination, Victim of Changes, Ripper, Dreamer Deceiver, and my favorite, Deceiver. I love that song. Rob Halford's my favorite vocalist. His high-pitched screeching is just incredible. His high-pitched screams are just unparalleled. KK Downing and Glenn Tipton on guitar were just amazing. And here we had Ian Hill, and Ian Hill on his bass lines are incredible. And here we had Alan Moore. I get it, Alan Moore on drums. Fantastic album. As I said, there's not a bad song on it. Go out and buy it. This is their second album, and still I think this is their best. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, before we unveil the number 1 choice, which is a really obvious choice that you probably already see coming, here's some honorable mentions. Persistence of Time by Anthrax. Gotta love it. I think Joey Belladonna's vocals were at some of their best here. I think this is some of their best work. Dan Spitz's riffs, and Scotty Ian and Dan Spitz, their riffs were really on point, and some of the solos are some of the best I've heard. Charlie Benante's drumming, along with Frank Bella, makes up an adequate rhythm section, for sure, more than adequate, I should say. This is the time by Anthrax. Gotta love it. Next we have Bonded by Blood by Exodus. Paul Bailoff, his one and only studio album with the band. He had an awesome metal voice. The guy was just lived, he was thrash metal incarnate. I gotta say, Gary Holt's one of my favorite guitarists. Him and Rick Hunnell do an amazing job here. Tom Hunting on drums, Ron McKillop on bass. Everybody's great. Bonded by Blood. Love it, love it, love it. Testament, Souls of Black, another phenomenal thrash metal album. I love Alex Skolnick's another one of my favorite guitarists, and Chuck Billy's another one of my favorite vocalists, and they're both superb here. Yeah, flawless. Gore Obsessed by Cannibal Corpse, another one of my favorite death metal records. I just love it here. I think George Fisher's vocals are at their best here. His high-pitched screams, the way he can shift from low guttural growls to high-pitched screeches with ease and precision is just mind-boggling. Gotta love it. Alex Webster is my favorite death metal bassist, and his performance on here is just nothing short of stellar as well. Gore Obsessed by Cannibal Corpse. Black Metal by Venom. Now, I hear a lot of people don't like Venom. A lot of metalheads are talking crap about Venom these days. I don't understand why. I really like Venom. Yeah, they're a little cheesier and more tongue-in-cheek, but I kind of like that about them. Like Kronos, Abaddon, and Mantis, I think all did a great job making this album. I think this is the best thing Venom's ever done. Black metal. Love it. Alright, well, that leaves the number one choice, and it's going to have to be Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. I adore this album. It is perfect in every way. There's not a bad song on it. It's just flawless. We got Sweet Leaf, After Forever. I think Bill Ward wrote the lyrics for that. I just discovered recently. Isn't that weird? I didn't know that. Fun fact, Bill Ward wrote the lyrics for After Forever. At least I think so. The source that I heard may have been unreliable. I don't know. Anyway, Children of the Grave, which is one of the heavier tracks they've ever done. Lord of this World. Solitude, which is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life, featuring Ozzy Osbourne's woeful melodic vocals. And Into the Void, which is just phenomenal. Yeah, Tony Iommi's riffs and solos are breathtaking as always. Geezer Butler's bass lines are immaculate, and Bill Ward's drumming is on point. Yeah, everybody did a great job. Great songs, great album. Love it, love it, love it. Well, that about does it for my top 10 favorite metal albums. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video here on the Horror Metal channel. Well, until next time, peace.